Save it for the booth, conversations from a stoop. Let me introduce the host. They came to speak their truth. We all bringing heat, ain't talk about no propane. First host is pure dope, that's why we call it cocaine. Next up is Punk, he gon' give you what you want. He don't stunt like a pack of Dutchess, he gon' keep it blunt. Sugar Montana, she hot as Louisiana, and she hold no punches, so please excuse her manners. We got big homie, Suave, he pretty chill. When it come to the topics 100, he keep it real. The show get you in tune, the flow get you enthused. Producer of the pod, that's why they call me Deuce. Let go. That's a dub, baby.
Ooh, wow.
20 in, baby.
And we got a house full today.
Yes, we do. Yes, sir.
Everybody looking good.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody feeling? Say hi to me.
Hey, how you doing? We
What
feeling
up?
beautiful.
Hey, Miss Z.
Hey, Miss
Welcome
Cocaine.
back.
Good to see you again.
She loved us that much that she said,
Me. It was me.
I'm coming.
Oh, she loved you.
Yeah.
I said us. Let us all get some love from Miss Z. Why you trying to?
I don't like sharing. Y'all know that.
I really enjoy all of you guys.
Well, thank you so much for coming back. We are on episode 20 of Save It for the Booth, y'all. We getting it in. I was thinking about that today on my way here. I think we started in what, April? Was it April? Yeah. And we still rocking strong.
Still rocking strong.
Still rocking
Yeah,
strong.
when you start
Clap
putting
it
out.
up. Clap it up. We're still going hard. Let's do a quick temp check though. You know, it's Friday. How my
Just
people
got
feeling?
paid. No,
Did you got paid today?
I did actually.
So you
My
meant
bank
that.
do some weird stuff. It get me like.
Your bank does. I'll
Yeah.
work with you. We'll talk about that later.
How everybody feeling though? How you? I'm gonna start with Big Homie. Big Homie, how you feeling
Man,
today?
you know, I'm always feeling marvelous, you know.
Marvelous.
Marvelous, Miss Z.
I'm feeling great.
I
It's
see you with the
Friday.
shades on, looking
Yeah,
real
man.
good. I like it. I
Okay.
like it.
Feeling real Jill's, you know,
Oh.
Jillish over here.
Talk that talk, Miss Z.
Punk, talk to me, man.
I'm Gucci.
Gucci.
Feel good.
Feel good.
Yeah.
Y'all already know.
Valentine's Day weekend.
You got some
feeling
big
good.
plans.
We ain't talking about me. I'm just
smiling
saying.
over there.
I'm just
Can't
saying.
wait.
I'm feeling good. It's supposed to be love, ain't it?
is.
Valentine's
I think
Day
love is in the
weekend.
air.
Yeah.
Always.
It's love weekend.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, y'all already know I'm feeling wavy. How I
Wavy,
do.
baby.
I'm gonna use
Always,
that word.
always.
I'm going to use that word.
You
Wavy.
know,
Wavy.
you gotta feel wavy, you know. And wavy is misunderstood because the waves go, you know.
Everybody can't catch the
They
waves.
can't catch the waves. They can't ride the waves either. You know. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, so I think we want to start talking about something we saw on everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Google. You know, when you look at Google, it like pops up with news and stuff. So DaniLeigh is either DaniLeigh or DaniLeigh. I don't know how you
Her,
pronounce it.
the
right?
baby mama.
The baby. Yeah. So we were talking about DaniLeigh's baby daddy. So we were talking about the baby, the incident that happened with her brother were they at a bowling alley?
Bowling alley.
Bowling
yeah.
alley. I remember seeing the clip of her brother saying like he was ready for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Told him to come and see him, talking about something about it was going to be on site, you know, ready to throw them hands. And
He ain't
apparently
throw no
hands
hands.
got thrown.
Not by him.
And he wasn't ready.
So we were talking about it, or there was just a brief conversation about it. And Big Homie asked a question about like family relationships and getting involved. I don't want to misquote what you said, so I'm gonna need you to like let us know.
So the quote,
Your
well, the
question.
question I'm asking is, are you supposed to get in your siblings' personal relationships, and are you obligated to defend her? That's more so of what the question is asking.
So is it appropriate to get involved in family relations? Like,
Can we get
Person.
Can we just get a quick yes or no around the board and then an explanation from somebody? What you think,
Okay.
Big Homie?
I'm gonna say no. You're not supposed to get in your siblings' personal relationship.
Okay. Cocaine.
I'm gonna go with physically, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with yes, and I'll provide some clarity on that.
All right. Huh?
No.
Okay. Let's get a no. Let's get one of the no's first, if we may. And then
All
we'll
right.
All
get a yes.
right, we gonna go with Big Homie though, cause
Okay.
he.
So, what I've personally seen in my life is you're not supposed to get into their relationship because you can become the bad guy out of their relationship. So, say you're real close to this sibling and everything, you try to defend or step in between or what her and her significant other has or his and his significant other has, you become the problem once they go back. Because 9 times out of 10, no matter what happened, people goes back to the same person they know. So once that happens, you become the odd guy out, and it's basically kind of put towards you like, well, that's why this escalated because your sibling got involved. And that's why I say I rather just stay out of it and let them work their things out until they really done, But I say sit back.
Agreed.
Ms. Z, can we get your perspective?
I think it all depends on the situation, and what I feel like my sibling need. And in this case, I have female siblings. So if I feel like she's in danger, then I'm getting all the way involved. If I'm there and there's something going down, I'm in it. I'm in it with her. Even if she does decide to go back, there'll be a clear line drawn that, Zipporah is going to be here if I lay my hands on you, and it may be like some authorities that have to be involved in that. I can't just sit back and watch my sibling, just kind of like be handled.
So how many times do you do that? Because if they keep going back and you keep putting yourself in that position, then how many times? What if it's putting you in danger?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're just going to have to get the authorities involved because, and then if she keeps going back to it, I mean, that's something personal. That's something that she has to deal with. But with me, I can't just sit back and just watch my sister be abused in any kind of way.
Can I kind of say something towards that? All right, it's different when it's in front of you because you said I'm not gonna see it. Like, of course, 9 times out of 10, whatever's happening is behind closed doors. So it's your sister coming to you, telling you, "Hey, this happened, this happened, this happened." So you still stepping in, even though you physically not seeing it.
That's why I say it all depends. If I'm there, this is something that just from watching the video, it's something that got physical. You know what I mean? So, like, if you are allowing the public to see this, then I'm gonna get involved because I'm here, and I'm physically here watching you, whatever it is that you're doing. I need to step in and
They
get
celebrities,
involved.
they life a little different. It's always recorded. But, I mean, I understand I'm not going to, if I'm sitting there and you do something physically, yes, I'm going to get involved. But if I'm not there and I didn't see it happen, I'm not getting involved because, like, if they call the police, whatever happened, and you continue to go back, it ain't gonna matter how much I get involved. You gonna keep going back, and like Big Homie said, then you the bad guy, you the odd guy out. Now you don't spend time with your sibling, whatever, because the person don't want you around. Your sibling might not want you around, so it's really best to just
stay out of it. I mean, I guess that's why I said I'll provide clarity. It all depends on if I'm there physically. I don't know if she's coming to me telling me certain things. It depends on like what she's telling me. Some stuff I just can't hear. I can't stomach. And I'm not gonna be able to allow you to go back home. you know, and you all are going to be uncomfortable. I'm just going to say that.
Stand on.
No, I mean, I kind of agree with what Ms. Z said. It does depend on, what's happening. And that's why I said physically, I would not want to get involved. Whereas if I witness a situation, I wouldn't want to get involved. But obviously, if it comes to something like that, like somebody's being abused, yeah, you're not going to watch your loved one, get hurt or anything like that. But whenever I insert myself in anything that my family has going on and I don't agree with it, I'll insert myself verbally for sure. Just giving my perspective or my opinion about something. And that's the most that I can really do. But I also agree with what Big Homie said, because a lot of times you can do and say so much, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to trust people to do life and know that they know what they're doing and know that, they got it. Yeah. And at some point, they'll figure it out, because we may look at it on the outside and say, okay, this is what we would do and this is how we would be. And that's what we want them to see and do. But at the end of the day, they have to be able to make that choice for themselves. And it's going to always boil down to that, because a lot of times they go through situations, they have these arguments, fights, and they go right back. And it's a continuous cycle. Why even insert yourself when something like that is continuing to happen and you are looked at as the bad guy? And then you also have to think about the relationship that they have, because at some point it can turn you and your sibling against each other, depending on what type of relationship they have and how strong or deep the mental aspect of that relationship is between those two people.
So something I learned over time is a lot of people just want you to listen to them vent and not have an opinion. And that's probably the best way to go about it, because people say a lot of stuff out of anger, and they'll tell you a lot of stuff that they really didn't want you to know.
Yeah.
Just because they mad at that point in time. So you got to be able, in my opinion, to just listen and let them, like Cocaine said, let them kind of figure out what they going to do. But you just, I don't know, I believe you should just,
I mean, I'll stay out of it. I'm not saying I'm just going to have my hand in it. Yeah. I'll stay out of it. I mean, couples argue. Sometimes it's going to get a little intense, it's just like, girl, he pushed you, or what? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if it's just like this consistent thing, whereas, we're having these conversations and you're very uncomfortable, and you being uncomfortable is now making me uncomfortable. Now I'm worried, about you. Yeah, I have something to say, about that. Yeah.
I do want to piggyback off that too, though, as far as like a person just wants to vent. They don't necessarily want to hear your opinion. They just need somebody to listen to them. I think that happens in a lot of situations, and I've been in that situation before plenty of times. And everybody knows me, know that I'm very opinionated. And a lot of times I don't know how to just be that listening ear. However, I can be that person. But if, like Ms. Z said, if you're coming to me with the same type of scenarios, my ear can't just only listen at that point. Because you coming to me to vent as your friend or as your family member, but I also want you to heal, or I want you to learn, or I want to give you something back, right? I want to be able to express to you with no judgment and tell you how I feel, but I want it to be expressed in the most gentle way, because as I'm listening to you come to me and express these things to me, I can hear and see the hurt. As your friend or as your family member, I don't want you to hurt. It doesn't make me feel good, because you are continuing to hurt, and I see you expressing yourself the same way over and over and over again. I want to pour into you some. right? So some people get upset at that. Some people say like, oh, I don't need you to say nothing. I just needed somebody to talk to. Cool. I can be that person you talk to many times, but it's only going to be so many times that I'm going to be that person that you could talk to before. If I love you and I care about you, I'm not finna keep watching you sink. I want you to swim. And my job as your friend or your family member is to help you swim. Is to throw you that life vest and try to give you something. Now, if that's what I'm doing and you continue to keep on sinking or going the way that you want to go, cool. But at least I know that I tried to give you something in the interim of us having those conversations.
I'm just tuning you out. After you keep coming to me with the same issue over and over again that you clearly know is a problem, but you don't want me to talk to you about it, when you come talk to me about it, I'm going to tune you out. I mean, I'm listening, but I'm not feeling nothing towards it.
You listening, but you ain't hearing.
I'm just not feeling nothing towards it. I'm not going to let it play on my emotions because you keep going back to whatever it is that you're complaining to me about. So either you like it or it really ain't a big deal. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to tune you out. All right.
I think that's probably a piece of a difference between women and men too when it comes down to like having those conversations, because I understand that though. Like, y'all, I think the tolerance level is different.
It's just it's a waste of time.
For women, yeah, like
you wasting my time. Do you want help?
We a little more gentle. Okay. We're a little more gentle.
What are we talking about?
When it comes to certain situations, because we are more understanding of that. Like it's a little more difficult for us to kind of walk away from certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I don't know why, but sometimes that's the way it is.
I think it's difficult for us to walk away from the situation initially. But we also know how when someone says they don't want help, how to let them not.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm gonna throw you my life raft for if you're not gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be throwing it to somebody that's want to use it.
Yeah.
People can be coming to you for, and really, people want help. People want you to tell them what to do. And I mean, I know this is all circumstantial. I know we kind of like took it there. Like if it's, abuse involved, that's probably another conversation, for another day. But if we're just talking about somebody just, really coming to vent, and they are your sibling, and they kind of like going through the same things, or she's telling me, oh girl, he just keep cheating on me, hey, then I probably would have the attitude like, sis, you seem to like it, you know what I mean? It just depends on the conversation.
I don't think it's that simple. I just don't think it's that simple. Like, and I'm not saying that as a woman that has been cheated on and like forgave someone. I just think that sometimes people don't really know how addicted to pain that they really are, and they can be, because it's a thing to be addicted to rejection and to be addicted to pain and not even know it. Whereas you can go back to the same situations over and over again, while you may think that you hate it or feel that you hate it and that you're hurting, your mind and your heart, they don't always connect with each other. So one part can be thinking and feeling something, and the other part could be doing something different. And you not really knowing or understanding internally why you are even sitting there dealing with it. Because there are women that are in situations today and they can actively say like, I hate it. I hate how it make me feel, but they don't know why they keep sitting there doing it, because it becomes an addiction. It's an addiction to something that you don't even understand, like something that's there.
But I feel like if you're telling me you hate it, you're expressing that you want help. If you can tell me and identify that I hate it here, I hate what's going on, but I don't know how to leave, you're telling me you want help.
Right.
That's different than you just coming to tell me, girl, boy, they cheated on me.
Again. A lot.
It's definitely
and again, a lot of conversations
for the 30 second time.
No, because when your girl,
I'm going back though. One day he gonna stop. I'm gonna be sitting there like,
when a woman is coming to you about somebody cheating again, it ain't never said like that. Like, girl, yeah, this dude done cheated on me again.
and I'm not
And,
just saying
you
like
know, it
that's
ain't
not just
like
a
that.
It's
woman
not a-
thing.
Like,
It's not.
It's
but
guys
I'm
out
just,
here be
well, I'm
dealing with the
speaking
same
for
stuff too.
from a woman's perspective.
And I done had conversations with
A
people.
woman that's been cheated on again is never coming to you saying, "Girl, why he done cheated on me again?" Cute.
Nah,
You see
y'all
the
be like,
smirk,
you know what
we
I
ain't
call him doing?
that. No, we
Cheating.
be mad. We're
You went in
mad.
his
We're
phone and
sad. Our feelings are hurt. We have all these different emotions going on, and we hate it. But it's one thing to say that I can't do something, and it's another thing to say I don't know how to do something, because those are two different things. Say that you can't and you don't know how, those are different. So a woman that's like, oh, well, I can't leave this guy. I just can't leave him because
She
of
can't
this and
because
that.
she don't know how.
And that's the thing, though.
Or it could be
But
circumstantial. She can't.
Exactly.
Because
It's so much more deeper than that as why a woman stays there, whether it is finances or, you know, kids or whatever it may be.
Tuning
And
your
it could
ass out.
also be something more like psychological that's going on, why she just feels as if she's just stuck right here in this place, or he's stuck. I don't know how dudes come around when they got cheated on. I don't know what y'all say. I'm pretty sure y'all like,
I actually have to talk
yo,
to
my
a guy
boy.
about that.
Hey, yo, my boy.
Listen,
We going
Meet
out
me up
tonight.
over here. We need to take a couple shots. You feel me? Like,
that's how I go.
My God.
I'm telling you, I actually have to talk to a guy about this. And, you know, we just had, you know, a conversation like, hey, man, you got to do better, you know, woo, and all that. So after we get done with it, I just told him, like, I told you everything I know. I ain't going to speak on it no more. Like, if you decide to still be with her and still chase after her or whatever, that's your choice. But I gave you the real, and it's the raw.
I threw the life raft.
I
You
threw
don't
the
want
life
it.
raft, and he
You're
It's
just-
still
right there.
sinking.
It's right
so
there.
at this point,
Yeah.
I gotta let you try to
you just
swim.
let him. I ain't brought it back up to him.
So, can I get y'all opinion? Just kind of bringing it back on topic, and we probably can wrap this one up. So, from what we know from the Baby and DaniLeigh situation, do you think her brother was appropriate for approaching the baby in that situation?
No. One, he looked like he was by himself. Or are you saying just the situation that just period?
like from the online,
From the way the video look,
and
it looked like
everything,
you was
too?
by yourself. Y'all talked about a physical altercation. So why would you step to somebody
Trying to have a conversation.
trying to talk
Solo.
after you done said
After
you would
you
throw
made the
hands?
video, right.
You can't tell me you
It's
know
on
want to fight
site.
me. Right, it's on site, and then you see me and talking about let's talk. No, I think it's on site, so it's on site. I'm not finna give you that chance. He was goofy for doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But based off the information we got, do you think should he be getting involved in that or not at all?
No, and it wasn't even nothing physical with them. The baby was just treating her on live. Oh, did it?
No.
Did it? Oh, no.
With the baby and the brother.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
I'm gonna still say no, like Punk said, because this ain't the first time they went through whatever they going through. So he probably heard it. The brother probably heard the situation before, and it's like, yeah, it's public, but who's to say 2 months from now you won't see them happily smiling, you know, and being a family.
not to mention sometimes you don't get the right backstory. You hearing one side, and then you know you jumping at what your sibling told you, which could be lies. You know, whatever. You don't even know the whole story, so you might be throwing yourself into something for no reason.
If any from that, for that situation, if any one of my siblings had a situation like that, no, I'm not getting involved at all. Like, I might have a conversation about it and like just talk to them to kind of figure out what's going on exactly, but no, I'm not getting involved with that like that. Like, nah, I'm not for me.
Yeah, I still say yes. He could have done it differently. He could
I
have
don't
gone about it
disagree.
a whole nother way.
When we talk about the situation, how it all started, you know, but again, like Punk said, they're celebrities, so we don't. When people post stuff and they, you know, they go live and they do all of these different things, it's something different than what we could understand because we hear.
And the baby never laid hands on her, so it wasn't like it was a physical thing.
I
wasn't a
don't.
physical
We
thing.
when we had talked about it before. Like we don't think that it was something that should have been publicized, but we also don't know why it was publicized.
Well,
but
he
again,
said he
they're-
publicized
to
it
protect
because to
himself.
protect himself because he get a bad rep for doing things he do. So he felt like this
That
is
he
recorded.
earned.
This wasn't.
He
So
earned
this
that
got all
right.
to do with his
Anybody.
ego, you know. And I just say, you know, and I will throw this in there. It's a little different for if I'm your sister and I'm coming to you telling you about my guy and what's happening underneath our roof. That's gonna make you feel some type of way as you know, as a man. You know, opposed to, you know, where we took the conversation. If it is, you know, my sister and we just having this girlfriend talk, yeah, I'm going to be very uncomfortable. If you say something that really makes me uncomfortable, it's like I'm telling mama. I'm telling daddy, you know. So, yeah, I think that he should have gone about it in another way.
Definitely.
Men are gonna be men. I'm just kidding. Okay,
She's
so.
not,
All right, no, seriously. All right, we are moving on to this topic. Anybody else has something to say
No.
about DaniLeigh and the baby?
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
You learned that in second grade. I'm YOB.
Mind your business. All right, so Miss Z had a question that we wanted to talk about. I'm just gonna read a little bit, and then I'm gonna ask the question. I don't need a man versus I don't need just any man. Independent or attitude. Let's clarify, ladies. So they putting it on you put it on us? Somebody put it on. Who put it on us?
I put it on
Ms.
us.
Z put it on us.
I'll
All
let
right,
you
Ms.
do
Z. All
She was
right.
ready to blame you. I ain't do it.
So the question is, how can a father teach his female child to be a woman? So let me go back before that. There was a conversation that was had where it said, after my mom and dad divorced, my mom raised me, but my dad taught me how to be a lady.
Mm-hmm.
After my mom and dad divorced, my mom raised me, but my dad taught me how to be a lady. Now the question is, how can a father teach his female child to be a woman? So I don't think this is for ladies to talk about. This is actually for the man.
Mm.
So fellas, how can a father teach his female child to be a woman?
I don't have no daughters. I have no clue. No, I'm lying. But I'm gonna let Big
Don't
Homie
try
go
to
because
skate.
he got
Don't
daughters.
try
So
to skate out of this one.
So I don't think I can teach my daughter how to be a woman, but I can teach her what I appreciate in a woman. And,
Yeah.
you know, and help her go that way, that route. So yeah, I don't really think I can teach her how to be a woman, but I feel the same way if the roles was reversed. I don't think a mother could teach a son how to be a father, but she could kind of teach him what women look for in a good man.
She could teach him how to respect ladies. I
Yeah.
think that that's the thing. And
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
But she can't teach him how to be a man
No.
though. So it's one of them things like you try to steer him in the right way, but it's no way possible I can understand the emotional, mental things that women go through, especially when they go through puberty. So how would I teach my daughter
I
what
was
to
hoping you didn't say the other thing that you had said last time that made me want to almost.
do? After so many years, then she should understand. No, but yeah, that's pretty much my answer.
Well,
Punk,
go ahead. I'm
Punk,
sorry.
because it's for the men. So Punk, you know, you don't have daughters, but if you
Look at his
did,
eyebrows.
you can't do that though, because I've answered questions like chat with children related to it.
I
so-
feel like a man can teach a woman how to be a lady. from a I'm trying to make sure I say this right. Basically, just by example, like if you're teaching your daughter what one, if you're a good man to begin with, and you're a good man to your wife, and you're a good man to your kids, you have expectations of your wife or, the lady that you with, and you should be able to still teach that to your daughters. That if you got a good man, it's certain qualities that a lady should have to want that, to require that. And you should be able to kind of give them that blueprint. Because if you're a good man, that's what you're looking for. So why wouldn't you kind of teach your daughters what they should be?
And that word that you just used just took it right out of my head. Qualities. You know what I'm saying? Your children are watching you, right? So this was a conversation we were having in the shop. And the young lady, she basically said exactly what you said. She was taught how to be a woman, as far as like with puberty, what to do, how women have to take care of themselves. But she was speaking more towards her father teaching her how a lady should be treated, by displaying, certain ways that he would treat a lady. Even after a divorce, still building her up like your mom and I are not together, and I will never downgrade your mother. And this is how a lady should be treated. I'm still going to treat your mom with respect. Therefore, this is how you should be treated. So she told me, she said, I slammed a lot of doors on a lot of guys, that just wasn't treating me the way that daddy was, or the way that daddy was teaching me that a lady is supposed to be treated, So I felt that. I really did. I felt that conversation. Whereas your mother, okay, your mother, if she's there in your life, she, of course, teach you certain things about, she teaches you certain things about puberty, growing up, how to take care of your body, about young men. But a man is going to come along, right? And I have 2 daughters, and I know my girls, they're watching him. You know what I'm saying? So when they grow up, this is what the expectation is already set.
I think that's so. I'm sorry. Were you?
No, go ahead.
I apologize. I think that's so important too, like for people to. I'm taking an etiquette class. I think that's so important though, like what you just said, because when you do have daughters, they are watching the men that are in your life, not just the husbands, but the brothers, the uncles. They're paying attention to those things, and they're paying attention to how they interact with people. I think that sometimes people I don't think they forget, but I just think they don't realize it a lot of times, how children are sponges and they soak up everything. They mimic everything. They just, and they pay attention to it, and they begin to mimic that behavior a lot of times. And it's always something that is growing. It's almost like a fungus, because you're around it so much, you see it so much, and then it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of your makeup a little bit as you're younger, and you start seeing different things and people, and you're around them so much that their behavior sometimes becomes your behavior.
Oh, yeah.
And it's important that whoever, you have around your kids is someone that you're okay with your children mimicking, because that's exactly what's going to happen at some point. They can take it either way. I'll say that also, because, sometimes you can grow up around someone that's not healthy mentally or physically, but you can grow up to be completely different from that. It just depends on how you grow up, and what you decide, or in who you decide that you want to be when you become of age.
Yeah, yeah. It was I was telling my dad about the pod, and he was really excited about it. And one thing that I pray about before I have conversations like this is that, because I know that somebody else is listening, and and trying to glean something from the conversation. I had my dad there growing up. However, he worked a lot. So and then my mom, she worked a lot too. So when she said that, when we were having this conversation in the shop, I can see now, being grown, I can see the significance of really having my dad there to show me how to just how my mannerisms should be around a man. I didn't see my mom and my dad really hold hands, or they were just, we were surviving. You know what I mean? So I can see now the significance of a man relationship, with a young girl, and teaching her, set the expectations, set the boundaries. Growing up, admittedly, I didn't have a lot of boundaries set. You know what I mean? And which allowed knuckleheads to come in, and and with no boundaries set, it's almost like anything goes. You know what I mean? Opposed to, that dad and that mom, well, that dad kind of like setting the tone in the household.
Closing that door right away.
So,
see the flags, and you shutting it down. Yeah.
I think I'm still more. My answer is like still kind of opposite from you guys, because I feel like when in this situation, it's more of we teaching our daughters the qualities of a man that they should look for more so than us trying to teach them on how to be a woman. So I don't really feel like I'm teaching them how to be a woman. I'm just teaching them how to look for a genuine guy, or they seeing like what it looked like to have a great man or whatever. So I don't really feel like I'm teaching them, the mannerisms and stuff like you were saying. I still feel like we can't, because our genetic makeup is different. Like, we manly, we don't really think the same way you guys think. So how could I teach y'all? How could I teach my daughter to be a woman? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, more
Well,
specifically, I'm sorry, Punk. More specifically, it's like what? It's like, okay, so what she did say was, my daddy brought me flowers every time he would come to see me. When we sat in the car, he would open the door,
So again,
for me.
that's not teaching. You're seeing your dad be a great example of a great man. How did that teach you how to be a great woman?
How to set the expectation. It gives you a chance to set the bar somewhere where you not taking shit from every man that you meet. You know what I'm saying? If we walk up to the door together and you walk in before me, and her dad, just say her dad used to open the door for her all the time, this is what she's gonna expect. You know what I mean? And dating these the guys, I guess, coming up, she was just like, I closed the door on a lot of them because, hey, they weren't doing the things that I saw my dad do. And this is how a lady should be treated. So.
But it also makes them act a certain way too, because if you a person who wants to open the door and you feel like I should open the door for my lady, but she always go to the door and she like, I don't care about doing, like, not that it'll make you think she's any less of a woman, but it is a sense of, oh, she a lady. She's, she don't want to do, she wants me to do the things a man should do so that she still is a lady, not like she's doing the things that a man should do. And I can do that. It don't matter. Not that she can't, but if you got a man with you, why would you do it as a lady?
This is so, like, just random, just because I'm just thinking about the type of person I am, like, I think when a man opens the door for me, it's like perfectly cool. But even today, like going to work, if I hit the door before you hit the door, I'll hold the door open for you, and it means nothing to me though.
You better not hold no door for me.
But it means nothing to me,
and I think that's
it's not
speaking-
like we on a date or something like that. It's like I'm at work, so it's like whatever.
But I think
it's
that's
just-
speaking to the point. Well, I guess I gotta ask a question first. Did
Okay.
you have a daddy teach you how to be a lady?
I didn't.
And I think that kind of speaks to that, because maybe if he was there and he held the door for you all the time and, you know, told you not to, then you would look at that differently, as opposed to you don't even
Possibly.
think it's a big deal. It was like,
It
it's
doesn't.
nothing.
I mean, but again, like I receive it either way, but it's not a big expectation of mine. But and this can go into a whole nother topic when it comes down to women dating, you know, certain women dating men in general. We can talk about that another time. But I just look at it as me being like, I'm human, you're human. There's the door. I'll get it, or you get it, and that's cool with me.
That's part of the breakdown.
It's fine, but it doesn't hold any bearing towards me. But that is just me. I can only speak for myself, and it could be because of what you said. Though I didn't, my dad didn't, you know. So it's not. Even when I'm with my brother, like I mean, it is what it. Oh, you want to carry some boxes, or we need to do this. Like and I think that's probably why I have. I think that's
That's
probably
part of the
why,
breakdown.
like when I'm around guys, I'm more chill and laid back. Like
You like one of the guys?
I'm like one of the homies.
No, we don't
Like,
want one of the
what up?
homies. That's the point. Like we don't want one of the homies.
I remember.
Punk,
That's
remember
not you
one of the-
sitting around all the guys by yourself like you one of the homies ain't ladylike.
Listen,
But
I don't want that.
But again though, I think
Yeah,
that
we
I
gotta
started. I think that I started transforming it or conforming to the term where it's just I'm a human being. I don't look at it in certain instances before you
Okay.
even go wherever you going.
I was just finna say that's part of the breakdown. I'm
that's-
human, you human.
but
Yes,
that's
we got
just
different
me.
functions in the world.
But
though.
that's just
Gender
me.
neutral.
Like it's not.
Everything ain't gender neutral. It can't be.
No, that's
No,
just
it
how
can't.
but I'm not. I don't think it's anything wrong with people feeling it with anyone's like whatever it is that you expect as a person. You should be able to get that and receive that. Whatever you cool with, you be cool with that. Whatever I'm cool with is cool with me, and whoever I'm rocking with, it's gonna be cool for them too.
So
and
do
we
you-
gonna have an understanding, and we gonna be cool how we be cool.
Do you feel some type of way when a guy don't hold the door for you?
I do not.
Okay.
You go
I
on
feel
a
that
date.
type of way if you see me coming
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he see you coming,
and I'm like
then
right
he
there.
just-
I feel
You on a
the
date.
same way if it was a man or a woman.
Oh, okay.
Like, bro,
You on a date.
You can
He
hold
don't
it up.
open your door. Then what? You don't care.
open which door? My car door? The car door?
The door to the restaurant, the door to wherever y'all going. He
It
don't open the
depends.
door. You
it
don't
depends because sometimes I be trying to act like a lady and be a little fancy. So I'll walk up to the door and I'll just stop.
care. As you should.
And when I stop, if he don't open the door, I'm gonna be like, bruh, you ain't gonna open the door?
Your hands work.
And I be like, you right. But guess what?
That's a red flag.
It only took one time.
It only took one time.
Oh, okay.
Because if I go in there with that expectation, right, I put it out there, and he don't open the door for me, and I decide that tonight I want to feel like a lady if I'm getting all dressed up and stuff, kind of saucy. Yeah, I mean.
So he's supposed to know what mood you in. Like
It depends on who the guy is, though. If I'm on a first date with a dude, this is me seeing who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It had to be.
But if it's somebody that I know, and we rocking, like we already know what it is. Like we gon'
So new relationships, a new relationship. Are we starting off that way? You know, are we?
That's another pot.
Okay. Okay.
I want to comment real quick. One of the people watching on live was talking about, the grooming your, not grooming your daughter, but teaching your daughter,
Mhm.
how to be a woman, right?
Mhm.
And then he said, teach her how she should be treated, what she shouldn't tolerate,
Absolutely.
and what to expect and watch out for in men.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that though, because
That was
I
from
wanted
Bird.
to comment and
Iceberg.
say that though, because you had said
Iceberg,
like you
what
can't
up?
teach her how to be a lady, but you know what you like in a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like
No
you
touching.
teaching her. Remember when you was a little kid, but you know what you like in a woman. So, like, it's not like you teaching her how to be a lady, but you kind of know the basics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can teach her the basics. You probably can't give her like the mass foundation of
You
how
could teach
to be
her
a
what
woman,
you would expect from
but
a
you
lady.
can teach her what to look for,
Don't be
or
standing
like what
outside
you
smoking
look for.
blunts.
Yeah, she's ultimately gonna be. She's gonna be like her dad's. She's just gonna represent everything that he instilled in her, you know. And she ain't gonna take no mess.
Definitely.
And with that, we're going to move on to the next topic.
Let's keep it rolling.
This one came from cocaine.
Oh, okay.
This is about success. And
Measurement.
its success is in your personal life and your, I guess, worldly life. Is success measured by what you do or finances?
Well, no, it was society. So like
Society and personal.
you know how society measures what success looks like,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So from we are all on social media.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the world, right? So from a worldly perspective, what do you view like what is measured when it comes to success? Is it by what you do or
What you have.
Mm-hmm.
what do y'all think? We can
In
talk
society, in society is definitely about what you have.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody
person.
want to expound on
Oh,
that?
yeah,
That was real blanket.
right.
Like
No. I
We wanted to let everybody answer
Yeah.
first.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
thought y'all said the same thing. Y'all was like, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get our answers around the board.
All right, so in society, I think you are measured by what you have and how much money you actually have. And then personal, as a male, your success is on what you do and what you have done.
Oh, you just put the gender role on it. Okay.
I had to.
Mm-hmm.
He's a male.
We gotta keep it spicy.
You done put a spin on it for me. Now I didn't think about that.
Who want to answer next? Kind of short answer, and then we can expound.
No, I think in society is definitely measured on. I think it's measured on what you do in society. Personally, I don't think. I don't think it's the same.
So personally, you think it's measured on how much you make, and in society is what you do.
No, well, personally, did we ask the question correctly?
It said in society, and
Do you think
personally.
success should be measured? Should. Oh, is. Nope, I'm lying. Is measured by what you do. In society and on a personal scale, do you think success is measured by what you do? Personally,
No. Well, that was your first answer.
no. I think for some people, yeah, success could be measured by what they do. I think some people, yeah.
Males.
Yeah.
Ms. Z?
We kind of talked about it. I think it depends on what you do. Too, and that can be broken down like daily, especially with the profession that we have, with our students. Each day, if it's a great day, if the behaviors were this way, it's a win. So if we're posting on social media, we are successful because we're helping somebody else be their best self. So yes,
That's what you do.
it could be.
I think in society, it's what you make. And I think personal life.
I ain't even add what you make though. Y'all just
I don't think
created
in
that.
society, I don't think it's what you do, because I think it's all about
What you-
finances,
what you have.
what you earn, what
So
you.
you think society looks at a doctor and a garbage man the same, even if they make the same amount of money?
No.
No,
So that just contradicts what you said. You said it's based off what you make.
right? Success. I think they'll think they're both equally successful because they're looking at the amount of money they make.
That's why I had to throw
I
in
don't
what
believe
you.
that.
It.
I don't believe that.
I had to
I
throw
don't see
in.
nobody look at no garbage man and a doctor and saying they equally as successful.
I ain't.
But
in
that's.
society. In
But
society.
that's why I threw in what you have. So if the garbage man can still afford, track hawk cars and all that stuff, he's gonna be put on the same level as the doctor that
doctor, right.
has the
Because
same type
and he
of
only
cars.
affording that because of how much he make. I mean, that's like looking at a rapper. Who they gonna think more successful, Jay-Z or a doctor? Jay-Z worth $1 billion. That's the only way they think. That's the only, not because the doctor saving lives. They still gonna think Jay-Z more successful.
And I think that's where I was trying to go with the question, because I think we need to discuss what do we really look at as success. What is being
That's
successful?
different to everybody. That's why we say
I
society
know,
and
but
personal.
we're talking about whatever car he just named,
Track hawk.
Trackhawk, and then saving lives, and then a garbage man. Like, we're talking about different levels of success. So if we really, are we putting a penny on it, or are we
I said financial intentionally. I think society cares about how much money you make to think you're successful.
Okay.
I think it's more so what you have, because like he said, if you just do the dollar amount, people gonna praise the person more off what they can see they have. So just because I'm a garbage man, I say, hey, I make the same amount as that doctor, nobody gonna care. But if I say, oh, I'm a garbage man, I got a track hawk, and the doctor got a track hawk, then it's like, okay, y'all on the same level, y'all riding the same type of cars.
To me, if he say I'm a garbage man and I make $500,000 a year, and they're gonna say they're on the same level, because they know essentially the track hawk is just the way of telling that they make the same amount of money. So if you know how much money he make, to say this garbage man make the same amount as the doctor, I don't think that would vary. Because
you
they
said the track hawk confirms it though. You
Yeah,
can say whatever.
yeah. A person can say,
and that's why I said
but-
it's about finances. I didn't say nothing about the jobs, because that's like, I'm not assuming someone's lying about what they make. I'm saying it's about the money, how much a person make, whatever their job is. I'm not assuming that this person lying like, oh, I make this as a garbage
I'm just
man.
saying society praise the people that can show what they make over them saying I make this much. You can a guy come up that's doing real estate and say I make $1 million a year, and they really ain't gonna give a hoot about him. But if he say I got $1 million a year and I show you this mansion, it's a different type of
we
praise.
didn't ask who they care about. We asking,
I'm
are
saying-
they gonna think he's successful? If he
No,
make
they-
$1 million,
people- society don't care unless you can show you can afford the stuff you saying. Like, just because I make this, nobody cares until you show them all the stuff you can afford.
what we
You're
know, I don't think
successful.
that's true. What do we know that all these people have? I mean, me personally, maybe I don't pay enough attention. I don't know what Bill Gates got. I don't know what
you
kind
seen
of
his
cars he
crib?
got.
You
I
see it?
haven't. That's why I'm saying I don't know what kind of car Bill Gates drive. I don't
But
know
he in
what.
a different bracket though.
It don't matter.
That's
But it
still,
don't matter. How do we know that if we don't see it? If that's what you're saying, we
everybody
gotta see it. How? I don't know
Everybody
what
see
kind of
it.
car you drive.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Like I said.
So that's what I'm saying. You
But I
don't see.
seen
You
his
just
crib.
know because we all know that that he is who he is based off of what he invented. To me, it's not we're not seeing that every day. So I mean, to me, that's why I ain't thinking about that part. I'm just thinking about the dollar amount.
Does impact play any part on success as far as how society views it?
Somewhat. I think it can.
Because that's why we know Bill Gates is successful, because of the impact he's created on the world.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
feel
that
like
was-
the doctor creates more impact
Mm-hmm.
than the garbage man. Not to say that garbage men ain't they're well needed. We don't get that messed up. They're very important.
Yeah.
But I think the impact is a little different.
Mm-hmm. That's
I think that's why the success is measured differently.
that's why I was saying, like, the profession that we have, the impact of it. You know, once
Ain't nobody gonna think I'm as successful as
But that's why I created the
even with
twofold
the impact.
question, though. Like
We
when
think
you-
we are.
but it's the
I-
fruit. It's
I
the fruit
wanted
that you
to-
produce.
Yeah.
That it's the people do want to see.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
In my personal life,
But
personally,
that's why I created
I'm
the
successful
twofold
for what you're
question.
saying. But to society, they don't know who I am. Don't give two nickels about what I do. Because they don't. I ain't got millions of dollars, and I ain't out here like,
Boy, you
hey.
financially free. Stop
I
playing.
keep telling Mr. I don't want to put this out there, but I've
Oh,
been
wait,
saying
let
you.
Cocaine
Save
say
it
it.
for the booze.
Yeah. Cocaine.
Nah,
What was?
that's why I created the twofold question though, because I wanted to talk about like how we saw, the world, right? But then I wanted us to talk about personally, like individually, how do we look at success? What do we look at as being successful in our own personal life? Like
So
what
kick that
makes
off.
you? I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Do you see the ball?
Watch those cables.
I want to know, like, what do y'all think? What does success look like? To you, what makes you feel successful in your day to day? Like, what makes you feel the best, or makes you feel like, you said in the chat today, my day was great. What made your day great? Like, you had a successful day. What
Are
does
you
that
really
look
asking
like?
me?
Absolutely.
You said that today.
I did.
Today. Oh, it was a
My
good day.
my work makes my day successful, and my family, my waking up every morning, my kids, wife, that makes me successful.
So was it measured by, because you made coins today? You got up, you clocked in, you got the dollar bills, y'all.
No,
I don't own the rights to that saying either.
I don't know. It's not about my
So what is it
actual
about?
work is like a beautiful thing to me. I never would have thought this I'd be doing what I'm doing, but I love it. Like, took a student home and she's like a firecracker. But today we talked and she told me some stuff and she was like, "You want to hear this?" And I'm like, "That's totally up to you." And she thinks about running away all the time. And she's just like, "I don't know, I can't be running away." And, so now I thought about it the other day and I was like, "No, I'm not going to run away." And I'm like, "That's good." And I'm like, just keep telling yourself, like, you're in control of your emotions. You're in control of those things. Don't let it control you because you think it, you feel it. And we was just having a real good talk. And she pulled up, she said she wanted to talk to this lady. And she pulled up to the house and she was like, "Oh my God, such and such is here." And she was so excited. And I'm like, you see all the positive energy you just put into the world? And you said you needed to talk to this lady and she at your house. And she's just like lit up. And it's like stuff like that. She didn't have to open up and explain nothing to me, give me her background. But to see the progress that she's making, I like to feel like it's because of what we do.
And that made your day feel successful.
Absolutely.
And that's impact. That's what that is. That's impact.
Look at us going around telling stories. It's story time. It's
That's impact right there. So this pod can redefine success, in a way, whereas people will have another understanding of what success actually looks like, so that is a successful day. And mine kind of matches Punk's, whereas if the kids are okay, my parents, I've helped in some type of way, whereas our work is very impactful. That's success to me. My fruit they're showing. You know what I'm saying? Through my girls and the health and strength and so yeah, that's success.
Love that so much.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm the MC.
We still can't hustle.
I am, but I'm gonna answer last.
Okay, yeah. I pretty much had the same answer. Just knowing my family is good. I ain't struggling. I'm a black man. The odds was counted against me since I was young, and I'm beating the odds right now. So I'm happy every day.
And let's not forget that it's Black History Month up in here.
Yeah.
We should have acknowledged that at the beginning of the pod.
Yes, we should have.
But I'll Deuce, you want to add to it? Because I was gonna close out this topic. I don't know if anybody want to say anything else.
And we are at an hour, so.
But I wanted to just say, like, just because Ms. Z, you know, obviously I just met you, but I could feel your energy. I feel like you are a very good spirited person. But I think that all of our successes are measured by who we are as people.
Yeah.
Not just off what we do. But when you naturally have that instinct to want to have your day fulfilled by doing something for someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing, it takes nothing from you to do those things. It feel like a regular day. Like, it don't feel like a job or like a duty or something like that. Your family is good. It takes nothing from you. You know, skin off your bones or nothing. And I think that when I asked that question, I asked it very blanket statement the way that I did on purpose. Because a lot of people do, I feel like, measure success by what they do, what they have, what people see, in a lot of tangible ways, a lot of tangible things. But I think that, you know, a lot of people, and us included, we measure success by who we are, because it's what's inside of us that allow us to do and go forth in the world to try to make a difference. We know Punk trying to save. He trying to create equality around here. He been doing this since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That's why we here.
Yeah.
No shade to you. A little shade.
It ain't no shade.
It was a little joke. It was
Ain't no shade, 'cause that's
but
all. Man,
we
I want us to
already
all
know.
be
But
equal.
and I think it comes from your heart. I really believe that it comes
do.
from your heart. You mean well. So, you know, that was just my little tidbit. And that's how I feel about it. My success is measured by who I am. Like, when I do stuff with somebody, I don't have to think about it, and I don't have to repeat it when it's done, because it takes nothing away from me to give to somebody. It just don't. It's just who I am naturally. I love people. And it could be a gift and a curse, but I just do.
All right.
Is we wrapping it up?
Wrap
Are
it
we?
up,
I
wrap it
don't
up.
know.
Unless somebody else got something they want to talk
I
about.
thought
Can
we
we-
had
can we
another
take a break?
subject.
Can we take a
Do.
break?
All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a break. So the topic we are talking about, I guess, is this new
Nelly sex tape.
Nelly, Lil Fizz movement that's going on.
They put this man on a sausage can. We just trying to figure out is this body.
Vienna sausage.
See,
Vienna's.
body shaming. We just trying to
I don't
figure
know who
out
did that, but somebody
is that
did.
considered body shaming, and do men get body shamed more than women?
Or is
Men?
it okay to body shame?
Men,
I
do
don't-
you think
And
it's
is it
considered
okay
body
to-
shaming that they
is it
put
okay
Yes,
to
Nelly
body
on
it's
a
shame?
body.
Vienna sausage
Yes,
can?
it's body shaming. But do I believe men get body shamed more? No, but we are not allowed to feel some type of way about being body shamed.
And why is that?
Society won't let us. You looked as weak if you know, insecure or show any signs of emotion towards something. You know, such as body shaming.
What?
You don't. Okay.
Ms. Z just holding it in.
Because I feel like women are body shamed more.
I do believe they body shame more. We not allowed to express how we feel when somebody body shames us. We'll be, if Nelly got on TV and cried about it, like, I don't know why y'all putting me on cans and it's making me feel bad. People be, what's wrong with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
And other men not allowed to say nothing about it either.
exactly,
Like,
we
if
don't have to-
Lizzo go out here doing all the stuff she do, women are gonna back her.
yeah, men, we not. I mean,
Maybe women just got a different type of backing than men do.
What I look like if I'm like, why y'all saying he got a Vienna sausage? Woo.
Right?
How you
so
gonna
that
look
at me?
sound like a
How are you
man
gonna look at
thing.
me?
That
Yeah,
sound like
exactly.
a
Because
man
you're talking
thing,
about his
though.
actual private part.
We're just
Okay.
trying. If Lizzo, because Lizzo was out there the way that she's out there, we already know that, you know, larger women don't get as much. I don't even know the words. to
Love.
describe it, though. They don't.
Big
they,
girls need
yeah.
That is a
love.
They
lie.
don't get as
That
much
is a
love as
lie.
a smaller girl would, and they don't feel as confident about themselves as smaller women do. So, yeah, women are gonna back them up, but when it comes down to men and Vienna's,
We can't be like,
Vienna's?
why don't y'all get off Nelly
Vienna
and his?
sausages.
But it's more than just private areas. Like I said, men are body shamed about their height. Let
The
5
average
foot.
man is 5'7", 5'8".
Okay, just
ain't
because he ain't the average man, why should you make fun of him? Or
You dating
Like-
somebody 5'1"?
Who's
people make
See?
fun of short guys
See?
all the time.
And short women too.
No, we love short, tall.
No.
More so tall. People who don't like tall women. So maybe if you say we body shame
people don't or men don't?
people, because it's people that like the same sex. So you got to keep it general. People might not like tall women.
Are you dating somebody 5'1"?
What?
Right.
You never laughed at a guy for being short. Like he in a
No.
big truck, you see his face, and then he hop out and he can't even reach the door
No.
handle.
I mean, I might
No.
laugh a little bit,
See,
but
it's a
You
form
know.
of body shaming.
Are you dating someone 5'1"?
We already answered that question.
You didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Can you answer again?
Yes.
You gonna date somebody 5'1"?
What?
Exactly.
But that's
I'm
a preference,
5'3".
though.
I'm 5'3".
Are you
So
dating someone
I-
5'1"?
But Punk,
It
that's just a
depends on who
preference.
he is. Like who
The
he
point
is. Like,
I got
is-
somebody for you. Let me quit.
Listen. That's just a preference,
silly.
Punk. That's just a preference.
I don't
I'm saying
discriminate.
making fun of a person being 5'1"
Right,
is different
the
from
preference-
just saying I don't want to
The
date
preference
nobody.
count, because then when a dude come try to holler and she go tell her friend about it, "Girl, I'm finna date no short dude. He little." That's when the body shaming come in.
Okay.
and the same for women too. If all day long on social media you have like this little chart, are you this size? Are you this shape woman? And they identify us by fruit, right? You seen that before?
Mm-hmm.
So you have this apple, right? Are you
are
this
you
shape woman?
shaped like the apple?
Are you shaped
Was
like
it
an
the
apple or a pear? You know, or what
I
is
hear
or are you shaped like
And
a
then they do the booties too. Like, do you have a teardrop booty or an onion booty or this
an
type
apple
of
booty? They even
Like,
made a pair. Who was that made the apple bottoms?
Is that shaming?
I don't
Listen,
think it's shaming. I think it's like
Are we still rubbing your
Specific.
booty regardless if it's a pear, apple?
we don't laugh.
clearly y'all saw the video
we-
of Nelly, right? That's circling around the internet
Mhm.
or the intranet. as
He's
they
successful. He
say.
got money. We just
Don't
talked
blame it
about
on the
this.
bread, bro.
So,
They put this man on the Vienna Sausage. How many women you think is about to go and buy some Viennas? He's promoting right now.
No.
They just gave this.
Promoting Libby's.
That is
But
bad
at the
promotion.
end of the day, y'all call it body shaming, but it's all on the intranet, and she didn't stop.
So if you got
So if she body shamed him,
We didn't say
Not
she
she,
did.
the internet.
We saying all the people that's doing it.
okay, but y'all were saying that women body shame men, right? Or did
Y'all
y'all
do.
say that men? Okay, but she was a woman that was interacting and engaging with this man.
I'm sure Lizzo got somebody interacting with her.
And it really didn't stop no show, no? Or what?
Because it's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay then. So if I wanted to date a 5'1" dude, then it's somebody.
So
Are you
you
dating
basically
someone
saying
5'1"?
so you basically saying body shaming is okay because somebody
That's
gonna
not what
love
I'm
you.
saying. I say, just like Punk said, it's somebody for everybody. If they treating you right and that's your move, then that's your move. You
But
go
that
for
don't
it.
mean that your move ain't getting body shamed. That just mean
I'm
that's
saying-
your move.
Getting put on the okay, so you said
Everybody have their preferences.
listen, so getting put on the Vienna Sausage can is way worse than what y'all was talking about like she got an apple butt. Because I'm pretty sure if a girl get put on the applesauce can, ain't nobody gonna be mad because it's gonna say she got an apple booty. But being put
What
on
if
the
they
Vienna
put you on a
Sausage,
can of tuna?
that's the point I'm trying to make. Like Vienna Sausage can is body shame.
Well, it's probably been done before, but I don't think that men are body shamed more than women have been. And maybe that reaction is due to the fact that we've been body shamed more. So it's just like let me.
I'm not
y'all playing
arguing
tit for
that
tat.
though.
And I think that's where it's going, though. They're
y'all
like,
playing
oh, well,
tit for
men are
tat.
body shamed. And it's like, women,
No.
we've been body shamed way longer than y'all.
Y'all have.
Just go back in
We
history.
not allowed
Don't
to
it
vent
Yes.
or we not allowed to vent or support somebody, a male being body shamed about his personal stuff. Because you
Create
look
a
a certain...
movement. I think y'all can create a movement. at
I'm
some
not going to
point.
start it. I
Because
would
Because
donate.
that's how women start, though. Like the whole, like even with
No,
Lizzo,
y'all
like
just
you have bigger women that support that movement, and then you have women that are smaller than her that support the bigger woman movement, and then you also have women that are small that get body shamed too. Women that don't have no boobs get body shamed. Do they not? Itty bitty titty committee.
I've never heard that before.
I know you lying.
But I think
They're not
that
going to put it on a can of cherries.
with men.
Just not going to happen.
But I think it has. It has happened before. It's been a lot worse pictures about women.
It has though.
I
So
don't
what are we
maybe.
debating here? Like what are we talking
I
about?
gave y'all, I said y'all do get body shamed
Do
more.
cherries do
But
come in a can.
when we get body shamed, it's 100
accepted.
times
It's
worse,
accepted.
and we gotta accept it. Like we get LeBron then has so many hairline. They make videos talking about, oh my gosh, look at this hairline.
Who making those videos though?
Society.
Like,
Who? Come on now, like
People being funny, though.
Let's be clear though.
Hey.
Who are the main people that you see making those videos? Is
Comedians.
it women but is it women or men?
Hold
Because,
on,
Like
a lot,
men.
because a
Okay.
lot of
Which
time it
ones?
be
Like
men
LeBron hairline.
that
Oh,
be
okay.
throwing shade.
Yeah, it does.
Like, can I ask this though? So we've been seeing a lot of women like body shaming Nelly, but I from my perspective, if a man was body shaming a woman online, a lot of people would be like, "That's whack." And I'm not. And I'm saying that.
and that's my point to saying that men can't do that.
Wait, what's the question?
I think
How did you even get on here?
How
he had more of a statement.
How come it's okay?
Clearly.
How come it's okay for women to stand up for the other women and y'all need to get off her, let her, but we can't do that.
So who are the people that are coming at y'all for trying to stand up for y'all?
Women and men.
We can't do that.
No, give me an
If I
example.
be like-
if a man, if a woman body shames a man, who, man, it was so good.
This is how this goes. Watch this. This is how this goes.
Okay.
Nelly ends up on the can.
Who put him on?
I see women talking about it. I say, y'all need to get off Nelly and him being on the can. They're going to say, you must need to be on the can too. It's not going to be.
Who's saying that though? The woman said
Yes,
that.
that is how that's
Or
going to
now
go.
you Dwayne Wade son.
So exactly. Why you looking at his Vienna Sausage? You watch the tape. It's gonna be backlash. We don't get the we don't get to do it.
Even the hairline. Like, how do you support somebody? Like, please stop talking about LeBron's hairline. You're body shaming. They going, man, get your
Okay.
lame. You know, like, we can't do that.
Oh, that's y'all fault. You know that y'all don't support each
That's
other.
y'all
like
fault too because
I
y'all
don't
the
think that
ones
we are
talking
the ones.
about
No,
us.
if you say something about LeBron, if you say something about LeBron James' hairline, a woman is not coming for you saying, "Bro, why are you talking about this man's hair? Like, why are you even looking that close at his forehead?" Like, a woman is not coming to you
Yes,
asking
they
those
are.
questions.
They gonna say, why are you protecting his hairline? Why does it matter to you? Women gonna say, do you like him that much?
And you can say yes because he played ball good. Like,
No,
leave my
you
man
can't.
alone.
No, you can't.
And y'all know it's true.
But you did say that women are body shamed
Yes.
more.
We value, or society put a value on what women should look like. So we body shame women on the regular.
making us feel all
But-
insecure.
Society, that is, not us.
Which,
personally.
in retaliation, you get Libby's supporting.
That's why you have a lot of women that go out, and I'm not even gonna say that's why, because I don't think it's a body shaming thing why women get BBLs now. Because like in our world,
Let y'all tell
we
it,
can
y'all do it for
say-
y'all. I got this because I wanted it. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
well, what do you think it is? Do you think that's the truth?
I
or
think
not?
it's whatever you tell yourself to make it through the night. I don't know why they go do it.
Yeah, leave that.
Because that's what
I don't know
society.
why.
Whatever you
No,
tell yourself.
people. It became a trend because that's what's all on social media.
And that's
videos,
what expected. That's
videos,
what's expected.
And they say
It
this
ain't
is the
expected.
perfect figure of a woman, and now everybody want to be the perfect woman figure. So that's why it became a trend to go. Why would I work out when I could go get this for 10,000?
And that's the only body part I will say. I mean, because women ain't like, oh, look at his hips. You know, men, I said, oh, you know, oh, look at his butt. You know, that's the only body part we
They
could
was looking
possibly.
at them feet though. Y'all been body shaming for a long time. Oh, he got small feet.
Feet?
No, he ain't.
Are we gonna talk about feet?
I'm just y'all been saying it
'Cause
for a
y'all
long
talk men talk about
women
feet all the time.
Oh my
They
goodness!
y'all be saying, oh, if she got ugly feet, I can't talk to her.
And what started
Not
that
at
trend?
all.
What's the
Not
movie?
at all.
Boomerang.
You ain't never said that punch.
Yes.
Oh.
If your feet ugly,
Right.
we wouldn't have made it past me seeing your feet.
Oh.
That's body shaming.
I didn't. Okay, I'm not saying I'm gonna tell you your feet
Look,
ugly.
he don't care.
I'm
He's
just
gonna
saying.
look at him and be
Anybody
like,
if I
that's
look
it.
you up and down to get to your feet and they busted, I'm not. I'm good.
So you
That's
don't
my
care. You
preference.
don't care nothing about her heart or what's
I ain't
inside
got that far.
or anything.
I haven't got
but
that
didn't
far.
we have that conversation earlier
I
on in the
haven't
beginning when we
got
was
that
talking about
far.
old boy that worked at McDonald's that was making $60K and y'all about to make me go
What
through the
about
whole
him?
thing.
What
He talking
about
about
him?
somebody's feet.
I'm not getting that far.
Wow.
Just my preference.
But you cut me up and slithers of pieces when I said I didn't want to date a guy. I wasn't going to date somebody that worked at McDonald's.
Yes, I
And
did.
he wasn't even making $60K at the time.
I
He
don't
could've
know how
been.
much he was making.
But he wasn't. The scenario that he painted, he wasn't
But
even making
you-
$60K.
But that's
We just
kind of
looked at
different.
your feet, and she could have been a billionaire, but your feet busted, so we ain't got no chance.
The difference in that was it was about is it about the job or how much money you make?
You shallow.
Call me what you want to. I got preferences like we all do. Like you ain't dating somebody 5'1". I ain't dating.
I
don't
didn't
want
say
you
that
to-
though. I didn't say that.
You dating somebody 5'1"?
He's body shaming
Okay.
right now when it comes down to
Okay.
the feet. Just so
I
y'all
didn't say
know.
nobody feet was ugly. I did not say nobody feet was ugly.
Lucky for you, you married, and my best friend feet is cute. But we already know.
Yeah.
That's why she married.
That's what.
That was a requirement.
You made it,
Got
Dom.
that
It's a
far.
requirement.
What they got
She got
that
little
far?
feet and they cute.
So
Absolutely.
y'all don't agree that men are body shamed
More?
worse?
When it
When it comes out, yeah.
when it does come out, I mean, because you guys don't have a campaign to support you, I guess y'all in your feelings.
I was
about
body
it.
shamed all while I was younger because I was
I
too
agree with
skinny.
Ms. Z. I agree with Ms. Z. That's what it is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't
What?
got no campaign.
You don't have a campaign to. Y'all don't have a campaign to support y'all, so y'all
Yeah.
can't. Y'all can't stand on nothing.
And it ain't coming no time.
And
But
it
I don't.
just-
I've
I
been
don't
body
think
shamed
that.
my whole life. I just
I don't think
Yeah.
that it's more.
No, me too, because I was a twig. So everybody was
I
like,
was
you
the
You
opposite.
skinny.
little skinny.
Yeah.
Little skinny something. And
You
what
were
was
body
Pop?
shamed.
Yeah, I was round when I was young.
Oh, he was a fudge round. We remember that.
I
See,
I got
look, they got names
names and
of
everything.
fudge round.
And I'm dark, so I was.
I mean,
fudge
if you
round.
put them in a microwave, they bussin'. So
They
I don't
bussin'.
know.
I ain't bussing, but
Little body shaming.
Yeah. And men gotta accept
gotta
it.
accept it.
Cause who gonna stand
No,
up and
Miss
say
Z.
he?
No, for real. Miss
Stand
Z
up,
said it.
brother.
She said said it perfectly
hanging in
though.
there,
Y'all don't have anything to support y'all, so that's why. But I don't think y'all are body shamed more than we are. We
No.
just have a backing.
It just hurts
Yeah, y'all
more
gotta-
because you got to stand alone and you
Yeah.
gotta, you know,
Definitely.
you gotta take it and you
Ain't
know.
nobody
But we
feeding
know
us
Punk
no,
is
no
fighting for
energy.
equality,
No.
so y'all can get together and y'all can campaign this. This
Nelly
could be a
on his
thing.
own.
Ain't nobody building Nelly up. Ain't nobody building Nelly up right now. It's all right, bro. You know, nobody's doing that.
They still gonna buy them Viennas though. They gonna buy them Viennas.
Stock definitely went up.
When those,
Okay.
They still gonna buy them Viennas.
So are we gonna bring up Lil Fizz and him being body shamed for it being ugly?
Yeah, we got 4 more minutes.
Okay. So he was body shamed because his is ugly.
His what?
His utensil.
And if you,
I like that. I like that.
I tried to
Please,
find a
please,
picture
please.
of what they said it looked like. It was like mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
and that's the only.
It's
thing.
like a
That's the only
skinny
thing-
stalk
I guess
and
that's the
then
only thing we got.
the mushroom on there.
And every woman will say it is
Wait a minute,
dirty,
do the shape
ugly.
again. You said what?
What shape was it?
So how
I'm
do we?
find the picture.
So
I don't know. I don't know. He had his arm.
Basically,
So
they
how
said
do
it was
we-
like the mushroom stalk.
It was like just left right.
Exactly. Except that on the top part. It was just like,
so how do we help campaign for him? What do we say?
Different strokes for different folks.
It could be a conversation like this, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
How do we build brother Fizz up?
Y'all weren't even trying to build brother
I'm
Nelly
just,
up.
I'm just
Now you
saying.
want
How,
to build brother Fizz up.
I'm just saying he on his own too, but I just want to sound.
We all on our own.
Well, I'm
that's
just.
what they
So
Then they
See how
posting
y'all
stuff
just
like
laugh?
this.
you see how y'all just laughed at his pain.
oh,
I'm actually laughing at the pictures. I don't know even know what
That's
it look
them.
like.
They group and then they
Got the mushroom.
I bet you it was a guy that did that. I bet it was.
I don't
Nah,
know.
it
It
was
came
a-
out from a
I
woman
bet it
first.
was.
was. I bet you
It
it was the guy that
can't-
did that.
If
Wasn't
it got,
it?
if it was a guy subscribed to his OnlyFans,
But women posted it more.
For sure, probably.
Yeah. Some hard truth.
You know, it go hand in hand.
so how can we build brother Fizz and brother Nelly up so we can stop the body shaming of the male organs?
I just want to read a comment real
Well,
quick
ahead.
because this is like
Not
terrible.
organs,
This is just how it's just. You know they talk about dad bods and stuff like that. Body shaming, by the way. They said Nelly got husband dick.
What does that
See the body shaming is just like now if you a husband,
Because they say
now if
people.
you a husband you like Nelly. See, it's
What are they saying? You're
Because
like,
they said people
What is
that's
that?
Go ahead.
have a bigger utensil are hoes.
they ain't settling down,
Yeah.
getting married.
Oh,
So when you get married,
it's like
Yeah,
your
I
wife
heard-
is the only
I've
one
heard
that's
it.
gonna
Accept
accept that. Oh,
Right.
I figured that.
That's a whole nother topic.
I'm so
We
sorry.
ain't gonna be able to get that today. But that's a whole nother
Next time.
See how deep it get.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
Yeah.
I remember when I had it.
well, guys, I think this concludes
What's husband material?
this pod.
Nelly.
So,
You offended?
20 was interesting. Episode
on
20.
episode 21, y'all stay tuned for the shenanigans.
Definitely won't be called chunky meat.
We gonna call it
Canned meat.
beanstalk or something.
Please don't.